It's time to speak the truth. It's time to remember the tragedies of history so that we do not repeat them.
LA Mayor Eric Garcetti with this PSA appealing to the Biden administration to recognize the Armenian Genocide, and he is urging others to join the petition campaign on change.org.
Saturday, April 24th marks the 106th anniversary of the Armenian Genocide, and this year there is much hope that President Biden will become the first U.S. president to formally recognize the Armenian Genocide.
We want justice! We want justice!
The facts are clear, the history is clear, and it's tremendously important for the United States of America to be publicly on record in recognition of this genocide.
Senator Alex Padilla has joined Senator Bob Menendez, adding his name to a bipartisan letter, along with 38 senators, urging President Biden to go on the record and formally acknowledge the Armenian Genocide, just like Congress did in 2019, when both the House and the Senate passed the Armenian Genocide Reaffirmation Resolution.
It's time for the President of the United States to do what the rest of the Congress of the United States as representatives of the American people, which is to recognize the genocide. Let's call history for what it is.
Senator Menendez is the chair of the Foreign Relations Committee. He has spent years fighting for this cause and spearheaded that historic move.
The resolution is adopted.
Senator Padilla has spent years working with Armenian community leaders.
Genocide never again!
It's not until we acknowledge the truth that we can, number one, work towards true justice for the victims, but also make sure that we are accepting the truth and passing on those important lessons to future generations.
Senator Padilla says this move would also send a strong signal throughout the rest of the world.
Other countries have long done this, but the U.S. does carry a very significant geopolitical weight throughout the world. And a lot of governments, I would argue, are on a holdout to see how the U.S. government will react to this matter for them to follow suit. Government officials will hopefully also put additional pressure on the government of Turkey to do the right thing, face its own dark chapter in history, and recognize this genocide.
Armenia, united, will never be divided.
The dark chapter in history is why every year around the world and here in Los Angeles, thousands come out to tell the story of what happened so many years ago. Ian Brimmer, a Washington insider, hosts a weekly digital broadcast show examining the key global issues of the moment.
I've heard from the White House that President Biden is going to recognize the 1915 killing of Armenians under the Ottomans' rule as a genocide.
The current Turkish government continues to deny that this was a genocide, and those who did survive found refuge in cities around the world, especially in Los Angeles County.
We're hoping to get hundreds of thousands of signatures to maintain that pressure on the administration. It's a campaign called Yes, It's Genocide, and the website is yesitsgenocide.org, where people can visit and sign off their name. The presidential recognition is just another milestone in our march for truth and justice.
The last time a U.S. president used the word genocide to refer to what happened was 40 years ago. President Reagan used that word in a speech. Now, this many years later, all eyes are on President Biden to see what he will say come April 24th.